Welcome to White Threads FlossTube number 101. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a while since my last video because it was before Christmas and then I had some time off, and then in the last little while I've just been incredibly busy getting ready for some classes and things like that. So there's a few things I need to tell you today. Now today is Friday that I'm making this. As of Tuesday this week, I am now doing the Australian Embroidery Convention in Brisbane at the end of next week. Which means, the Embroidery Convention is a convention which has classes at it. I'm not teaching at it, but I will be exhibiting at it. So attached to the convention they have like a small embroidery show, so I will be one of the exhibitors at that and I will be selling my wares. About, 2 years ago, before COVID hit, it's not Australian, it's the Australasian Embroidery Convention. That was the last big thing that I did before COVID hit. And so it feels nice that the first big thing that I'm going to be doing after COVID, well, hopefully after. Anyway, the first one post that, and it may still continue, is the Australasian Embroidery Convention this year. So I have been very fortunate to get myself quite a reasonably large stand in which I will be able to display a lot of my embroidery. So I will have all of the projects from the new book, Frisian Whitework. So all of the projects from that will be on display, and I will also have many other examples of my embroidery from years past, from my other books, from my teaching, just to inspire you. So there's heaps to look at and all that sort of thing. So that's what I will be doing at the end of next week. I haven't had much lead time, so I will be taking with me what I can, which is basically stuff that I already had prepared for a previous show that I haven't yet sold. So yeah, I've sold some of it since because, you know, sales just continue on, but you don't sell the bulk that you do at a show. So I had a whole heap prepared for a previous show which didn't go ahead, and that's what I will be taking with me. So I won't have a huge, I'll have stock of things, but it won't be the bulk amount that I would normally have from a show. But it's only a 3-day show anyway, so get yourself there if you're in Brisbane or the Gold Coast or anywhere nearby, and come and say hello, come and see the pieces from my new book. And then I also want to show you the other new things that I will have with me, because there will be a few. So I'll have all of the supplies packs for the projects in Frisian Whitework. I will also have these patterns for Jardin de Fleurs, my cushions, which are this one here, which is the neutrals colour scheme, and this one here, which is the blue one. So the pattern has both of the colour schemes in it, so you can choose to do either one, or you can do both as a pigeon pair. So I will have them available at the show for me. Now, none of these things are up on the website yet. I just haven't had the chance. I've been so busy, and this, I wasn't expecting it to happen. So yeah, it won't, not everything will happen beforehand, like putting things up on the website. Then I'm going to have a new tin kit. So I've had 3 of these in previous years. I've got a Sardinian one, I think it was Hardanger one, and a Mount Mellick one. Well, this is a Smoig one, so it makes this cute little tin. So in your supplies, in your kit, it is a kit, it's got everything in it. It's got your instructions, it's got your tin, it's got your fabric, your thread, your binding, not binding, what is it? Yeah, it is binding. Yeah, so it's got everything in there that you need to make it. So there's that, so that's a new tin kit. Then I also have a new banner kit. So this was going to be originally launched at one of my June shows so that people would have a lot of time to make it before Christmas. Well, they're going to have even more time to make it before Christmas, seeing it's only February. So it's got a chain hanger at the top, And the idea is that you've got the banding comes as part of the kit, and then you stitch Noel in cross stitch down it, and there's a little bit of satin stitch as well, and then there's also the little bell for at the bottom of that. So that's a new kit that I have. The stitching is done in a Verosoir silk, so it's gorgeous stuff. I love it. Now, is there anything else? Oh yes, also because of the hangers that I've put on the top of this, I now also have hangers as well for putting your own things on. So this is with gold chain, and then this one is with the silver chain. It's not actually gold and it's not actually silver, just so you know. So they will be available. They are 15 centimetres long, and the hanging space between the two bits of metal is 13.5. So 15 centimetres is 5 inches, no, 6 inches. 6 inches, I think. And 13.5 is a little bit more than 5. Not very good at inches. Right, so they're all the new things that I will have at the show, unless I have forgotten something. And then I also wanted to let you know that I've got some new in-person classes coming up here in Walcha at Walcha Handmade, which is the venue that I teach at here, in May. So I've got 2 that are scheduled, one at the beginning of the May, the 7th and 8th of May. So it's a Saturday and a Sunday, and for that we will be doing beginners Sardinian Knotted Embroidery. I don't think that has... Oh yeah, I think it has just gone into focus. So that's what we were doing. Now that is a beginner's pattern. So you start off with doing the long straight bits, and then you add some wiggles in, and then you add more wiggles in. So over the 2 days, I will take you through how to do that. The stitch for Sardinian Knotted Embroidery is not particularly hard. The thing that people find hard is putting those knots in the right place, and then finessing it so that you've got beautiful's tension and all that sort of thing. So that's what we will be doing in the beginners Sardinian class, and that is a class that has been requested by people. They want to do Sardinian, so I have listened, and that's what we will be doing in May. And then on the 28th and 29th of May, so the end of the month, this is, sorry, trying to get it on the screen, a Frisian Whitework Tree of Life. And you can see that I've got my initials here, Y and S, and there will be the opportunity for you to personalise that with the initials that you wish to put there. So this is the sort of motif that was used on Frisian whitework sheets and things like that. They would often do a very large decorative motif such as a tree of life or a heart, and then on either side of that they would often put their initials, which would be laundry markings, so that you could get your laundry back once it had been laundered, so that everything was returned to you because it was marked with your initials. So originally those sorts of laundry markings would have been very, very insignificant and boring, but over time they got bigger and bigger and more elaborate. So that is the project that we will be doing on the 28th and 29th of May. I will put a link to my website where you can then go for more information for booking. In YouTube, I can't link to any other website, but I can link to my own. So it's going to be a little bit of a cumbersome way to get to where the bookings are done and more information is, but that's the best way for me to get that through to you. I will also put the links below the video as well. So is there anything else I need to tell you? I think that's it. So I will of course be away out of the office. So the Australasian Embroidery Convention runs from the 25th to the 27th of February. I will be setting up the day before and coming home the day after. So there's a period of about 5 days where I won't be here in the office. So if you do order anything, you'll just have to wait until I am back and can fill those orders for you. I apologise for the delay. So my video cut out at that point because apparently the SD card was full. I apologise for that. It did mean that I didn't get to sign off from my video. I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see some of you at the Australasian Embroidery Convention next week, and some of you in my classes in May, and the others of you, I'll see you here. Thanks very much. Bye.